Audubon 2456.
Stay at the Save is back with part 1 of our Wolfenstein discussion.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yes, very much. This is going to be a great show because Panda Express told me it's going to be a good show. My fortune cookie told me, you will have good luck in your personal affairs. I think a podcast is personal affairs, right? Does that qualify?
That counts. I count that.
I'm not a good host because I didn't introduce the second voice of the show, John.
I'm not real. I'm a specter.
Yeah. Oh, that explains so much.
Yeah, I'm John. I'm back. Hey, everybody.
John is back from the Wolf Among Us discussion.
And now we're playing something else with a wolf.
Wolfenstein. As soon as you said that, I'm like, you're gonna be known as the Wolf guy.
I'm the wolf man.
Wolfman. Resident Evil 4 was the one you joined us for last time in that follow-up show. If you guys want to follow the John lore back to the beginning, well, the beginning would be our Undertale discussion.
That's right.
Before that. You're a guest for every season so far, except the first one. You're the recurring character who shows up in season 2, and the people are like, more John. We like John.
I'm like Newman from Seinfeld.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you're new to Stay at the Save, what we do here is we are a video game book club podcast and break games into 2 or 3 parts, depending on the length of the game, so we can discuss those parts in general to avoid the whole spoiler cast trope of when we discuss the game, we know everything, unless it's like a one-shot discussion like we did with Tacoma. But most of the time, 2 or 3 parts to break down a game, find out really what makes it tick, and have some laughs along the way, like that tagline says. If you're new to the show, you can follow us on social media at Stay at the Save on X or Twitter.
Whatever it is now.
TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. But before we get into the big game club section of this show, John, what have you been playing besides Wolfenstein: The New Order?
We took a break from our video games to play more video games.
Yes, exactly. That's how we do here on the show.
And I did myself too. Let me think. Oh yeah, yesterday actually I got to attempt the brand new Phasmophobia update. For everybody who's been playing that game, some of you may know that some of you may have been dreading it, some of you may have been excited about it. There's an update now that kind of overhauls the old progression system. Whereas before you used to just have a level, now you get like a little patch with like a legacy patch to be like, you reach this level at one point in your career of the game. And it changes everything in terms of your equipment that you use to hunt ghosts. Where before, the progression system was you use the materials that you start off with by default. You earn more money as you hunt more ghosts and get more correct ghosts guest. That's a hard sequence of words to say. Once you do that, you get more money and you could buy more equipment and make it easier later down the line. This is like that, but even further, like even more advanced. Now, you have different tiers for your equipment. You have like different levels for each kind. Like there's an EMF reader now. It's like looks like it's from like 1952 or something. It's like instead of a like digital, it's like an analog. It's got like a little meter that shows you 1 to 5 on like a reading for a ghost. There's like the camera is no longer a digital camera. It's one of those cameras that's like the box cameras.
Okay.
It's wild.
So, assume I know nothing about Phasmophobia.
Sure.
What is Phasmophobia?
Oh, yes. Phasmophobia is a game where essentially you are part of a ghost hunting crew. And in this world, ghosts are like, I mean, up to you. Ghosts may be real. But in this world, ghosts are absolutely real and they will kill you. And your job is to hunt down ghosts in certain locations, identify what kind of ghosts they are, and report back to base so that they can exterminate the ghost later.
So you're not exterminating the ghost, you're mostly like going around and reporting.
Right, you're getting evidence, you're trying to determine what the ghost is, and different ghosts tick depending on what evidence you find. Like, for example, some ghosts might react to a spirit box, whereas others don't. And if you get one that does react to a spirit box, that'll help narrow it down. And a ghost can have 3 evidences, and if you get all 3 evidences for the ghost, it narrows it down to that one ghost. And it sounds really like a lot, but there's a journal that you have, and it helps you keep track of everything. And this new system essentially made me go from being a pro at the game to an amateur again, because you start off with the default equipment of this new progression system. So it's like you have a literal wall thermometer that you ripped off the wall instead of like a digital one, and it's like you have to wait for like the little to drop and show the current temperature, and it's a lot harder, and you're putting yourself at risk a lot more now because the equipment is not as
it's more analog instead of digital.
It's more analog, and in some instances it's less reliable.
Okay.
So you have to be a lot more precise. You have to, if you think you know where the ghost is in the house, you need to be sure.
It sounds like something that would change the pace of the game, make it a lot more slower and methodical versus something more fast-paced.
So far, it does. That's my experience. It does do exactly that. I played with a mutual friend of ours the other day, and we were able to level up a bit, but we still felt woefully underpowered, for lack of better words. And it was like, we got to play this more. It was like a sense of like, it made me want to play the game more. And it's exciting because while it's frustrating in a way to not be as powerful as I was, it's also like, there's so much more to do. There's more to unlock. There's more to, it's like if you get to the highest level for a certain item, will that make it better than it was before? I don't know. I've not played it enough to know, but I'm excited to see all those possibilities. That's one game I've been playing, and really that's about it, other than because we're playing Wolfenstein, I was kind of getting into shooters again, and so I went back to Call of Duty Zombies, because that was always something I'd go back to whenever I just wanted to play a shooter.
Well, and the downside about playing these games of the show in bursts, if we really like something and want to continue, we can't, so you gotta get that fix elsewhere. Was that the feeling here? You're like, man, I want to play more Wolfenstein.
That was literally the feeling, because it's great.
The real power move would be to jump to Wolfenstein 2 and be like, well, this is fair game.
True. That would be the power move, and I should have done that. It's great though, because I had misread your message to me of when the stopping point was.
Yeah,
I misread that, and I was like, let me double check, and then it was like, oh, I can still play one more chapter. Yes, and so I jumped on and played that.
Yeah, at the end of the camp, but you thought I meant like went up to the camp.
Gotcha. And then I was like, oh yes, and so I got to play that mission. Then I was like, darn, that was not long
enough. For our
enough.
thoughts on Wolfenstein, we really like it. Anyway.
Yeah, it is fun. It is a fun game.
What have you been playing to get your fill of shooters from Wolfenstein?
To be specific, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, because I have a PC now. I didn't have a PC back when that game was in its life cycle. It might as well still be in its life cycle, because there's still content being made for it every week by mod makers and creators out there who are just so creative at what they do, making maps and mods to make the gameplay different.
Zombies fans, I've noticed more than any other Call of Duty fans, that people who play Call of Duty will buy the next Call of Duty, no matter the quality, no matter the range. Zombies fans are a lot more particular.
We are.
You guys stick to like 3 games.
It's true.
And alternate between those games. It'd be like, and then you'll have to wait until the next. You'll still buy the next Call of Duty if there's zombies in it, but whether you stick with it or not, or go back to your old, the Black Ops Zombies modes are still king. No one else has ever topped those.
No other Call of Duty developers come close to meeting Treyarch's quality for that. And the thing is,
I liked Advanced Warfare Zombies, so that was fun.
It was okay. Yeah, no, there definitely were some fun ones. Just in my opinion, they weren't up to the quality, but they were still had their own bits and bobs that made them unique and fun. Like the exo movement was pretty fun, but it was terrifying whenever you'd see a zombie approaching you and then they just exo blast right to you and slap you, and it's like, dude.
It was a lot more accessible than Black Ops 3 Zombies.
That is true.
I love Black Ops 3 Zombies. Starting a new player off with that map, Shadows of Evil.
It was not a good call.
It's the most confusing map I've ever seen in anything.
You heard of Chicago?
You go,
play a giant city in Chicago.
That sounds great. It's full of zombies. That sounds great.
Yep.
What's the problem?
So you can't turn on the power with a switch. You got to actually turn into a tentacle monster and zap a bunch of electrical bits and bobs to turn on the power. That's how you get to the Pack-a-Punch, which is how you upgrade your weapons, and you got to unlock all 3 areas of the map first.
That's great. What's the shoot button?
I don't know. But no, so Black Ops 3 Zombies is pretty much the fan favorite for the zombies community, but it is notoriously difficult for new players because the maps on disc are very advanced and very lore heavy for the story that they have, And a story.
We don't have time to get into that.
We're
we're cutting you off there immediately.
No, we're not touching that. We're not touching the story. But gameplay-wise, it's advanced. And that's one thing I will give some of the newer COD Zombies experiences is that they are much easier to get into. Like Black Ops Cold War Zombies, for instance, is very accessible. It's a great mode to jump into. But I've been replaying Black Ops 3, and man, that game was peak zombies in my mind. There's not been an experience like that since, and I hope that there will be. But that's the thing, going back to what you said earlier about, or what we were talking about earlier with Treyarch, which is the company that made zombies originally, within the Call of Duty world. Other studios have tried and failed to equal their level of quality of zombies, and Activision took note of that, and they're like, okay, Treyarch, we're going to ask you to make zombies for any game we want, whenever we want. And
that sounds like it'll stretch a group pretty thin.
Oh, it did, and it will. We're worried about that because they did that for the last World War II Call of Duty, and they are doing that now for the new Modern Warfare 3 that's coming out. The zombies mode is going to be made by Treyarch, and it's worrying me because Treyarch's game is supposed to be next year, and I don't want that to diminish the quality of their game.
Like they're zombies.
Exactly.
Like, hey, make a good map, make it good and fun, keep the experience pure for the Black Ops zombies.
Exactly. There's a whole lot of lore not only in the zombies world, but in the zombies community world. And we're not going to delve into that. Point is, zombies is a fun game to play when you just want to shoot some things after playing a good shooter.
And you're saying the community content is still strong for that? People are still going,
oh yes,
making maps for that?
Absolutely. There's so many that they vary in quality, mind you, but when there's a really good map, it's like you're getting a new DLC pack from the official company. It's amazing because there's just some advanced map makers out there who I think Treyarch should consider hiring if they need to have more people on their team, because there's creativity knows no bounds in that community. There's been maps that have taken place underwater in like underwater facilities. There have been maps that have been in other dimensions. There have been, and there's also been Minecraft Tower Challenge number 4.
Okay.
Where it's just a tower defense map where you just climb the tower and defend from the zombies that all spawn at the bottom.
That still sounds pretty fun.
Oh, it is. Even the most simple of maps could be so fun from these mod makers. And that's what I do whenever I want to play more Wolfenstein.
You play Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies.
Yeah.
I remember downloading a bunch of maps for Left 4 Dead 2 on PC.
Yes.
That gives a similar feel of like just non-stop community content.
Yes.
And one of my favorite created maps in there was like Andy's room from Toy Story. And I'm like, man, that would be a really cool zombie map.
That would. Oh, you reminded me. There's a map now that's the Dunder Mifflin office.
I've seen that.
Yep.
I saw like TikTok videos of that and everything, and everyone's desk is super detailed and has like there's all nonstop references to the show everywhere you look.
Everywhere.
It's pretty good. That could be really cool. Real quick, any fictional location that you would like to see as a zombies map?
Ooh.
Go.
Let's see. Fictional location?
Or real world location. Where would you like to see a zombies map made of? That no community map. That you looked up, be like, did anyone make a map of this? And you were disappointed, no. And you're like, oh, dang it, that'll be a really cool one someday.
I would love to see a map that takes place within the Avatar: The Last Airbender world.
Ooh,
because
that'd be cool.
There's zombies maps that have a lot of elemental themes with their weapons. And there's even it's called like I can't remember what it's called, but there's a punch you can unlock in one map where you literally are basically an airbender and you can throw a punch of air at the zombie and it'll launch them away.
Yeah.
I would love to see a map where each player that spawns in, because it's 4 players, each player is a different type of bender, and then they can like progress through the map in that way. I would love for it to be like, maybe it could be like the Kingdom of Ba Sing Se, or like just somewhere in the Avatar world, like the abandoned air temple ruins and all of there's zombies. I don't know. That would be cool. That would be such a cool idea to explore, to incorporate those elemental elements of earth, wind, fire, and water into zombies.
I would like to see either Cloud City from Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh.
Because you got the carbon chamber, stuff like that, just running around. Imagine creating a train of zombies and hitting them with carbonite to have them all freeze.
That'd be awesome.
That seems like it'd be a fun time. The other one I would do a search for is Disney's Magic Kingdom, Because you have all the different parks. You have like Adventureland,
yeah.
Tomorrowland, and all that. So you could have space zombies in Tomorrowland. I'm thinking like a big. I know they already did that with like Advanced. Infinite Warfare Zombies was at a theme park, but it was all an alien theme park.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me just a bunch of like, just random pirate zombies running out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Just no matter where you are in the theme park, and you can like ride the rides, and like it turns into a. I'm gameplay pitching here, but getting on the raft in Pirates of the Caribbean, and it becomes like a rail shooter where you're just shooting zombies while riding Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's like a defend mission. You have to defend the raft
from the zombie. Exactly.
Oh, that'd
you
be
get
cool.
you get one of the. That could be how you get like the pieces to like the. Super weapon you get in those games. Ride the rides, get to the end of the ride, get the super weapon piece.
There's one in each ride.
You cash I don't know, you get like a giant gun at Cinderella's castle when you collect all the pieces.
What would the wonder weapon be for a map like that?
What would the wonder weapon be for Disney's Magic Kingdom?
A fireworks launcher.
Yes. Yes. Actually, yes.
It would be like a fireworks launcher of some kind.
I would legit love that. Somebody
make
I'm
that.
not skilled enough for half the time.
I opened up the mod tools one time to see like if it would be even foreseeably possible for me to make a map.
And what was the answer?
I figured out how to put a door down.
Hey, that's progress.
And then but I couldn't figure out how to make it purchasable, so I was like, darn it, and then I left.
The journey to 1,000 zombies begins with a single door. That's how that quote goes, right?
That it is now.
It is
It is now. JFK actually says that in a zombies map that's real. There's a map where you can play as JFK.
Wait, does he say that exact line?
He says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so hit the power. Because that's the objective in the early maps. You got to get the power on.
Oh, man, I remember 5.
Yep.
That is a difficult map.
It's very hard.
Holy
it's notoriously hard.
Oh, but it rules, though, because you have JFK, Fidel Castro, and friends.
Yes.
Quote-unquote, run around.
It's very funny. It's very funny. The quotes are fun. Nixon's on the map, too, so it's fun to have that dialogue with JFK's.
Oh, man.
It's like Castro is like, why is he here? He lost. Talking about Nixon. And Kennedy's like, I say remember your enemies, or forgive your enemies, but remember their names. It's just so corny and fun.
Man. Speaking of robust community content, I am continuing to play WWE 2K23, a game in which you can kick out all the wrestlers from their organization and create a mode where you replace them with your random bullcrap, which I replaced. I talked about this on the Tacoma episode, so I won't spend too much time on here. But for John's sake, I have created a wrestling organization called New Earth Wrestling, and I put in a bunch of Marvel and DC characters and had use the community tools to bring in and like make changes to maps. Speaking of Magic Kingdom, there is I have Clash at the Magic Castle, which is a match at Disney World. I have the X-Men Danger Room. This is a big X-Men themed map. My Royal Rumble is Red Room Rumble, the Red Room from Black Widow. Okay. And my big WrestleMania event is called Crisis on Infinite Earths. Tana was very mad that the sky was blue. I changed it to red, to like a red purple sky to reflect the comic book sky. It wasn't my fault. That's just how I downloaded it from. Blame the guy who made it. Don't blame the guy who made that, because he made actually a great wrestling ring. So I did that simulation had that running for 2 years in game, had a good time. And then I decided to switch it from like a manager role to like playing a superstar, which is like you can take your weird universe of wrestling that you made and play as one character, play through their rivalries and everything, because the characters, the more stuff you have like entered and everything, and the more you let the game just kind of like play itself, it'll form rivalries, it'll make tag teams of characters that like work well together and win matches together based on like the matchups and everything. So I, like a true wrestling owner, I committed nepotism. I made my wife, and now she's the world champion. So
nice.
The two-time champion, she rose up the ranks. I forgot who she beat to claim the championship, but she lost
Hulk.
She lost the championship to Gamora.
Oh,
in a feud that wasn't her. It wasn't her fault that she lost the title because she did a match before then and was injured from it from her rival Bo-Katan, who demands she have a match at the pay-per-view event. And then the Money in the Bank holder, Gamora, she came up with the Money in the Bank and was like, I want the title. So she had to fight my injured wife for the title and won it. But my wife rose up the ranks, beat Carmilla for the championship again, and then had a rematch with Gamora in which she proved victorious. So no questions asked, she is the true champion. You might be asking, is wrestling all work? And the answer, not... in this game, not so much, but I made sure she won the belt.
Fair,
and
honestly.
Now she is in a tag team with Tali from Mass Effect and Samus from Metroid. Because they already had a tag team. She did some matches with Tali, and they worked together, so the game was like, they're a tag team now. So I named the tag team Space Girl, like the song from TikTok, Space Girl, because she's with two space girls, and I made her a space-themed wrestling outfit.
Ooh.
So now their intro when they walk up is if you ever watch wrestling, the Judgment Day intro where they stand there in the fog and just look really cool. As like galaxies are flying past them in the intro. I'm like, this is awesome.
That's so cool.
That's because this game is dumb fun. I love it. This stupid video game where you can kick out all the wrestlers and just make it a custom thing. But if you like wrestling, turns out there's a lot of actual wrestlers in there. You can unlock Macho Man Randy Savage, which is a lot of fun. Everyone loves Macho Man Randy Savage.
Everybody needs one of those dumb fun games in their rotation when they're just wanting to play something different.
Exactly. This is my it's great. It's a fun kind of double feature to go between this and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
It's the perfect pairing. Because Tears of the Kingdom is a very gameplay, mechanics-heavy game with exploration. It is just like an incredible video game. And then to go to WWE and see Bo-Katan hit Elektra with a chair. Is
I was just about to say, and Zelda shows up from nowhere with a chair.
That's Zelda's music. But yeah,
there needs to be a Zelda-themed wrestling group now.
I'm gonna do some. I did looking for Zelda and Link before, but I didn't see any that were good. Because that's the thing, you gotta dig through what people made,
fair,
or make it yourself.
Right.
I made a couple myself, but I feel like Link and Zelda would be quite difficult.
Yeah, you'd want to get them perfect.
Yeah, and then if you make them from scratch, you gotta make their move sets, you gotta make their entrances, or they do a default move set. And I'm an accurate person. I do moves that person has either done or is capable of. But anyway, I mentioned Tears of the Kingdom. I'm back into fully playing Tears of the Kingdom. That game's incredible. Still,
it is.
I finished the second dungeon.
Hey,
the Wind Dungeon.
Ooh,
I decided to go on the critical path because I realized I haven't upgraded anything. I've done the first dungeon and I'm struggling because I don't have upgraded armor. So I decided to do the critical path for a bit.
That was the one I did, the Wind Temple.
The temples in this game, I'm going to say it is safe to talk about the first temple because if you haven't played Zelda yet, then this probably won't mean anything to you. And if you have already played it, you're probably way past me at this point. I am of the people on my friends list, I played this game the least. I'm at 45 hours, and everybody else is like, that's chump change, son. Oh. I'm at 110 hours.
Wait, do I have more hours in the game?
For some reason, your online status is... You might have me blocked or something.
No!
Because your online... I never see if you're online.
No! I know exactly what it is. I set myself to private for a different reason. I forgot about that. That's the reason. Yep.
So you're still private because I love stalking what you're playing, and it bumps me out that I can't stalk what you're playing.
I could fix that.
Let me stalk you, John.
I could fix that. I could turn that back on. Long story, I was hiding from someone.
We've all been there.
But yeah, I need to play it again. I have not picked... I may not have picked it up since the last time I was on the podcast.
Oh, man. It's one of those things where if you're gone for a really long time, you start thinking about all the ways that someone's like, yeah, it's a similar feeling to Breath of the Wild. But then you realize, wait a minute, Breath of the Wild was one of the best games of all time.
Yeah,
I'm having a fantastic time with this.
It would be an honor for any game to have a similar feeling to that.
Yeah, there's one coming up that I think is going to do that for me. my wife and I had our anniversary, and for our anniversary, she got me to pre-order Baldur's Gate 3, a game that is now the highest, like, one of the best reviewed games of all time.
Yes.
A game I had my eye on cautiously, and then all that stuff came out, and I'm like, people are like, hey, it's like Dragon Age and Mass Effect, but better. I'm like, what? Hold the phone. You can't just just throw that out there like this.
I've heard amazing things. My cousin just beat it the other week actually, and he said that this game has been so great. He's a big Dungeons and Dragons guy.
Yeah.
And he's been a DM before. He said this is like playing through a game of Dungeons and Dragons in a video game. With all the best aspects.
It captures, from what I understand, the improvisational aspects that other D&D set games haven't been able to do. Mm-hmm. And this has so many different paths, so many different choices. I looked at people playing this game, and I've noticed so many different paths. Like I saw a bunch of people take the bad path and seeing where it ends up going. I'm never going to end up here. And now I'm like, oh, I kind of want to. This seems fun, actually.
I've heard that even if you take the bad path, there are options for you. There's less options than you get for taking the good path, but there are still options. So that's cool to know that it's not just like you're punished for taking the bad path. You're not, apparently. From what I've heard.
I'm very excited for this. So that's why I went back into Tears of the Kingdom going, I want to at least make a bigger chunk into this before Baldur's Gate 3 and to consume my time. Then I'll be back with Tears of the Kingdom. I've already decided that game's going to be it's like how Skyrim was for me. Yeah. I played that off and on for years because I would play it
I still play Skyrim sometimes.
I would play it for a week straight and then put it down for 3 months.
Yes.
And then play it a week straight and then put it down for 3 months.
That's my relationship.
Tears of the Kingdom is going to be the exact same thing.
Fair.
I don't think I'll finish it this year because I'm only 45 hours in and only halfway done. Yeah. I've only done half the stuff, and I still haven't killed the Master Sword. I still haven't done this thing. I still have so much depths to explore. Mm-hmm. This game is it's overwhelming without being overwhelming. Does that make sense?
It's like there are so much to do, but you're never in a point where it's like you have to do this. It's like go explore, go save the world again. Play this
on your own pace. I'm 40 hours in. I'm finally getting the story. I finally know how to because for the longest time I didn't know how the story, those big crop circle things were, and apparently that's how you want to the story.
Yes.
And because I've done my own thing, I found one that I think is the last one.
Oh.
Where I'm like, what is happening?
Oh, geez.
Oh my god, Ganondorf is going full Thanos mode here. What is happening? This is amazing. And then being the second one I found, because it's oh, here's something happening. Zelda's meeting a person. That's really cool. Cut to end of the world stuff.
Cut to literally the apocalypse.
Basically, I'm just oh my god, the blood moon is here and it's pissed.
The blood moon rises once again.
I found out that's actually the blood moon in this game is actually doing a really cool gameplay thing. And how this game is a miracle on the Switch is because they used the blood moon to wipe the system memory.
I heard about that too.
It basically just clears the cache of all the enemies are reset and all the stuff that you put in the world is now reset.
That's why the game doesn't lag nearly as much as you think it would, or why it feels like it's just that's why it runs as well as it does on that hardware.
It's a feat of technical design. I don't know how this game runs as good as it does. The frame rate drops I've seen are very minimal, and it's always I understand why it did this.
Yeah.
I was an idiot and attached 10
I have to go out of my way.
I attached 10 bombs together and shot it with a bow and arrow.
Literally.
Of course this game isn't going to hold up. Of course my Switch is crying in pain when I do this.
You're telling me 10 explosions at once is too much? I want more!
Exactly. That's the lesson here. I'm that didn't do the trick. Obviously I need more.
You can get 20 on the Nintendo Switch too. Whenever that happens, if that happens.
We'll see. Look at this. Near the 30-minute mark, and it's already time to talk about Wolfenstein. That's how we do it here. We're a well-oiled machine at this point. So, Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Or I guess you could say a well-concreted building.
That's molding
Oh.
as time goes on because of internal sabotage.
Just like life, in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Wolfenstein: The New Order is a metaphor for life, turns out. But no, I mentioned this on the prep show. I played this game back in 2016. I got to around this point, then stopped because this was around the time I got Doom.
A lot of games are coming out in 2014 or 2015-ish, whenever this one was.
This game came out in 2014. I played this game in 2016.
Oh, yep.
For the first time. And that's when like Doom... Overwatch was big around this time.
Yes.
I got Life is Strange around this point. So there was a lot of games that I was playing at this time. I was finishing up The Witcher 3 around this point because I played that game. That was a game that took me a year to finish, like Tears of the Kingdom. So it just got to the point that Wolfenstein inevitably got buried.
Yeah, there was just too much.
And when the sequel came out, I was like, I could go back and finish this, but I would have to restart the story because I haven't really known the halfway point. Or I could just watch the recap in Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah.
I just watched the recap in Wolfenstein 2.
Fair.
And then played Wolfenstein 2, and that game is freaking awesome.
Oh.
So I felt, after that, I didn't feel the need to go back until, as you get older, you get more nostalgic, and you go, I didn't finish that game, and I don't know if I'll have time to. It's like, wait a minute, I have a show about finishing old video games. So... I pitched this to you. It was like, hey, Wolfenstein. And you're like, Wolfenstein.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So Wolfenstein. So this is my chance to go back and play this game again. And this game is really freaking great.
It's a really good game.
There's a few things that annoy me. And once I think I had a better on-ramp this time because I knew what to expect with the difficulty. I didn't play... Right from the get-go, I didn't play games. I knew immediately that, like, hey, I'm going to choose Don't Hurt Me because I know this game hurts me.
Yeah, no. I saw that difficulty screen, and I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those games, huh?
5 difficulty settings, and the first one is BJ Blazkowicz in a...
little baby uniform.
With a...
Binky
and everything. It's like, can I play Daddy? Which is funny, but at the same time, it's like, how dare you?
Yeah, I know. I was like, nobody's gonna want to play that version of the game.
I am the type of person to be offended by a difficulty screen. You're talking to the guy who played hardcore mode on Resident Evil 4 remake because, like, hey, this is for people who play. It's like, how dare you question me? But I knew right away. I'm like, I've tapped out to this game like 10 times before the initial run, which colored my opinion on it. And right away, choosing an easier difficulty, I'm having much more fun with it this time.
Yeah, I chose the middle difficulty, like the completely...
Oh, you're better at this than I am, I see. But you're also playing on PC, which...
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying you're not better than I am at these games. I'm like, I'm already... Sorry, that's the defensive difficulty slider in me. The toxic difficulty slider in me being like, you picked
the higher difficulty. You think you're better than me?
You think you're better than me?
No.
You're only picking it because you're playing on PC. You're not actually better at this game. No.
I used a controller like a console. I did. I used a controller because.
Rub it in my face. Why don't? No. That's awesome. But I knew right away that I was like, look, I have limited time for these things. I need to see this through, and I know I will have a better time playing this on the second difficulty slider. I will not choose the baby.
No,
you would not get the best of me, Wolfenstein.
I was close. I almost picked that one. I just picked the middle of the road one because I was feeling confident. I was like, I've played Call of Duty Shoot-A-Mans before. I got this.
And this can get brutal at times. Some of the combat encounters are really difficult, even on the second difficulty option.
Yes.
But
there have been lots of restarts for me for certain combat encounters.
So let's get into the gameplay. So this is a combo of stealth and just straight up balls to the wall action.
I felt at home as someone who's played a lot of Call of Duty in the past, and I also felt at home as someone who enjoys stealth missions.
Yeah.
And it was like great to kind of put those two worlds together.
It combines, I don't know if the other like Wolfenstein games before this had like stealth emphasis, but Wolfenstein started as a stealth series.
Ooh.
Back on the like Apple II, the Return to Castle Wolfenstein games were stealth games, and then Wolfenstein 3D was a like straight up, it was like one of the first-person shooters Wolfenstein 3D was.
Ooh.
So I like that combine the two elements of like stealth and action here. The gunplay is great.
Yeah.
I have a problem with like specifically like two control buttons.
Oh yeah.
The right shoulder button to change weapons is the same button as grenades.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah. So a couple times.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because you might have noticed a couple of times you went to change a gun frantically and you threw a grenade in a corner.
And it's funny, I did that when I was trying to stealth one time. I was like in the middle of a stealth thing, and I was like, I'm going to pull out because I had my gun out, but I wanted to switch to my knife. I was like, okay. And then I had already had like the grenade set, and I just threw it. I was like,
yep.
Boom.
100%, and they will immediately know where you are.
Yeah,
I think the stealth aspect is good. I think the stealth part needs to be a little tightened up because there is zero room for error on the stealth.
Yeah.
You are either seen or not. There's no in-between state of like, there's no alert state with them where they think they see something and are coming to you. No, if they see like your foot,
they're heading your way.
Which is funny because no one can recognize BJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
There's a recurring gag in this game we'll talk about when we go over the like beat for beat story, how no one can recognize this man.
I saw
yet the foot soldiers, the stormtroopers will look at you immediately and be like, that guy needs to die. Yesterday.
I saw a funny thing online. It was like a description for BJ Blazkowicz is that he's like John Cena if he swallowed a watermelon. That's like how he looks. And it's like, no, I see it.
Yes. 100%. John Cena looks at that man and goes, that's a big dude.
Yeah, he does.
But, gunplay is really good. There's a stealth, like, just sort of a cover system that the other thing is the left bumper handles, like, your lean.
Yes.
So there's some aspects where you're in like a tight cover that you can go up or left on when you're aiming. It's better to use that like sort of lean button, but also it's hard to do that at least on. That's why I'm saying this game would probably control better on a PC with the mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
Is because I'm using like my full finger dexterity here to be like I'm gonna use my weapon wheel while I'm leaning into cover while aiming down sights is a lot to hold your hands on. And then if you slip a finger, I threw a grenade.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a lot, definitely. I was tempted to do mouse and keyboard because I'm in a weird point as a PC gamer now. Like, I still use a controller for a lot of games just because I played so many like shooter-based games with a controller.
That's where you feel at home at.
It is, and it's like I've attempted mouse and keyboard, and I can do okay, but it's like I will not do any better currently. I need to practice.
It's like the equivalent is like fighting players and fight sticks. If you've only been using a controller, a fight stick's not going to help you.
Right.
But if you learn and put the time into using a fight stick, you will be a better player.
Yes.
If you put the time in and learn how to use a mouse and keyboard, you're inevitably going to be better. It's just that learning curve, and like wrapping your head. It's like it's learning a new language, pretty much, to read the same book.
Exactly.
Like, I know the material, but I don't know how to engage with it in this way.
That's a good analogy for it, honestly. Yeah, that was good. It is like that because I want to get better with mouse and keyboard. So if I will probably want to play this game again and take a different. We'll go into this later, but there are different routes you could take with the story.
That's true. John and I took different routes.
Yeah, we wanted to get at the different experience and share what the varying perspectives were depending on the story.
Yeah. Also, that way, if someone's tuning in and they're like, "I've only played the Fergus run," and if we both picked Wyatt, you'd be like, "Well, this bit of the conversation doesn't mean a lot. Doesn't do a lot for me."
Right. I can't relate.
And this is the way we can like engage with the material and judge like exactly what are the changes. We can talk about that as we go. I have a feeling it's pretty like sparse, but like interesting. It's not just a story change; it's a little bit of a gameplay change,
right?
Too, because of the unlock that you get. But we'll talk about that. Any other stuff that you want to get into the gameplay before we dive into the story? Anything that stood out to you?
The gunplay was really fun. Like,
yes,
it's. I would describe it as very similar to Call of Duty gunplay from that era, but a little more clumsy, and that's not a bad thing. It's like harder to be accurate.
It's frantic.
Yes, more frantic, and I like that. For this type of game, where it's not like a PvP like game where you're not fighting other actual people, this is appropriate for that type of gunplay, and I think that it's great. It's just the right amount of like, oh, I'm a little shaky, but I think I got this shot lined up. Boom!
Yeah, I see it. The
Headshot.
game doesn't... When you aim down sights, it doesn't immediately... At least it doesn't feel like for me. It doesn't immediately get you on the guy.
Yeah.
It gets you around the guy.
Yeah.
And you just spray and pray at that point, especially in a firefight going, I need this guy dead.
Exactly.
Shoot everything I have at this man.
That's when you go into akimbo assault rifle mode, which is a thing. Which is
the
a thing
dual
you can
wield
do.
stuff. I love the animation from going to dual wield and then like him just immediately like reloading both guns fast. Like I was talking about my finger dexterity. The finger dexterity on BJ Blazkowicz is insane.
His fingers each ate their own watermelon, apparently, because he's really good at that.
And it's incredible. Like the some of the animations and stuff that you do. You can dual wield knives for some reason. I haven't found a practical use for dual wielding knives except the
one to stab and one to throw.
Basically, yeah. That also the kill animation is different, like the stealth kill. Because when you had the double knives on the final mission, I went behind just a Nazi, took both fingers and like did a cross like Anakin slash on his neck, and that felt so good. Is this the game where you can do brutal kills because you're not feeling bad about any of the people you're killing?
Oh,
it's like,
no,
these are Nazis. Like,
I want to kill every single one of these damn dirty Nazis.
Exactly. It's great.
It's very satisfying.
No moral ambiguity here.
No, exactly.
Just cut and dry. We are going to overthrow these dudes, and we're going to make it violent as hell.
Yep. And it's been great to just not hold. Because there's some games, even in the shooter category, where I'm like, oh, that's a little too brutal. But it's like, they're Nazis.
It's a little brutal. Sometimes it's a little brutal. It's moral ambiguity, which is great as a storytelling device. Like something like The Last of Us, where you're feeling bad, especially from what I hear of Part 2. You're feeling bad for doing some of the actions you're doing. You're not feeling anything for what you're doing here, and that is great.
Yeah, nope. It is just you know there is nothing wrong with what you're doing.
Exactly.
You are bringing down a evil regime.
And sometimes we need just like cut and dry, good guys good, bad
These
guys
are the bad guys. There's
black
no
and white.
Yeah.
That media can be very cathartic sometimes, especially playing it feels so good.
It can get emotionally exhausting. It's like
yes,
no, and I love that type of media. Don't get me wrong, but it's like sometimes I just want like these are definitely the bad guys, and you are definitely the good guys. Go beat the bad guys, and that's what this has been so far.
And let's go ahead and get into the story stuff. So right away. Chapter 1, Deathhead's Compound. Right, this sort of has it's not really in immediate res. We're not in like the middle of the story. We're in the middle of the conflict here, or more or less at like the end of the conflict here.
It's like World War II has gone on longer than in our actual real world.
Yeah,
it was 1946, and it's like anybody who knows World War II history is like, why are we still fighting this war?
Especially the Germans being involved and like this late in the conflict and everything. So right away, one of the first lines is I wrote BJ dreams of barbecue. Same. It's my very first note about this super violent video game.
One of my first notes is when we're taking out soldiers in the Colosseum of the first mission. I love that our Scottish, because I didn't know his name at the time, our Scottish leader would swap between shouting orders loudly and singing "My Bonnie lies over the ocean" in between killing Nazis and shouting orders.
So
My Bonnie lies over the ocean. It's really funny.
So it's the Baltic Sea, 1946.
Yes.
Our plane is damaged, and right away Fergus tells us to like cut the cargo loose. And we're flying...
We gotta drop the load!
We're flying... It's like very good, like impending assault. The fortress is coming up over the horizon, and you're flying really low to the water.
Too low.
Very low. As the ships are coming to you. It's almost like Star Wars-y. The fact that you go like under the plane. I know that's not like the planes were assembled, but you go into the plane, like into the
mounted
gunner turret, take out them like right away. All right, so story-wise, we're losing the war. We're making a Hail Mary assault on the stronghold of General Strassa in hopes to turn the tide. And, this first, bit here, it's kind of a cliche around this time to start the game with, a turret sequence.
Yeah, it was a very, stereotypical... I would have described it as a very stereotypical Call of Duty feeling mission.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way, just in
It starts off like that until the game... if you only played the first 10 minutes of this game, it's easy to be like, I know what this is.
Yeah, I've played a million of these.
I've played a million of these before. It's what makes this game really special is when we get to the second mission.
Yes.
But we'll get to that when we get there. The Fergus jumps from the wing of your plane to the wing of the airplane as the plane goes down. It's a really cool... bit here, and there's a soldier freaking out. You slap him and he says
yeah,
the cliche of you slapping him and he says thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
But what I like about the intro to this game is the way it escalates if you know nothing about Wolfenstein, you're just like, this is a World War II game. The way it's wait a minute, okay, this war's going on for longer, so this is an alternate history sort of thing.
That was all I knew going in. All I knew was that apparently this is a universe where the Nazis won World War II.
So that's all you knew.
That's
going
all
in.
I knew.
But when you land on the beach and you see the mechanical dog and everything,
I was like,
This is
1946, right?
Yes. The shift that the Nazis are super technologically advanced.
Yeah.
Is a great reveal with the robot dogs. There's a really eerie bit here too that I love here, where you dive into the water to escape the bullet fire, and you see just all the men from the planes
bodies and just blood
sinking down to the ground.
Oh.
And then you see it. You don't see it from the sky. You see it on the water. The foot of the mech just crashing into the water.
That was I was like, what the hell is that? That was right when I was about to, because I thought you needed to come up for air. I didn't really think I never had that problem, but
there's no oxygen meter in this game.
Yeah, apparently not.
BJ is a freak of nature. He can do basically anything.
It's insane.
The stuff he survives is nuts.
My gamer instinct was come up for air. And
my gamer instinct. Humans don't need to breathe, just gamers.
My gamer instinct said, drop the Doritos and come up for air. So I was gonna come up for air, but before I could, that giant foot came down. I was like, oh!
That's such a good moment, because it tells you everything you need to know about this universe.
Yeah,
this is a universe of blood and metal. But I just love this bit here. And then the first soldier you see, you don't actually see face to face. You see him through a crack in the door. You just see his feet, and you shoot. It's only when you open the door after you shoot him. So at least in my game, he was on the ground, still shooting.
Yeah.
I love that there's no distinguishable human features on this Nazi here.
Yeah.
There's nothing human about him. Mm-mm. It shows you everything you need to know about where we are in this conflict between the mechanical dogs, the robot, and the look of the foot soldiers. We have our universe in these 3 moments here.
This is I see now why we are losing this war. Their tech is outmatched ours, and we got to do something fast.
We have to be scrappy. We are using equipment for the time. It's only when you pick up the Nazis' weaponry, their assault rifles and everything, is when you can actually shoot them down.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where I wrote the floors on the map can be a little confusing to read because you have the map screen here.
Yeah.
It's great on the floor you're on, but knowing what stairs you need to take to get to the separate part of the map. The layout is meant to emulate maps of the time. There's no electronic map and everything, but
I did have a few minute diversion where I had trouble navigating one of the multi-floor areas of that mission. Mm-hmm. And it was where do I go? But I found it. It took a little longer. But yeah, that was a little confusing.
This is where we get not our introduction to Wyatt, but this is where Wyatt really steps up here. He throws a grenade for the dog to catch to divert one of the dogs from you, and it explodes. Mm-hmm. This is when he starts to have a panic attack.
Yeah,
and BJ walks to him and walks him through some
some breathing exercises.
And I wrote, one line here. This is war, not a church walk. That Fergus says. I love Fergus.
Fergus is great. After that breathing sequence, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he?"
Well, no,
not necessarily.
Not necessarily. This is where you like plan out the assault. You're going after Death's Head. You're on the ground here. You're like, we gotta scale up this castle wall.
Mm-hmm. That was a cool sequence too.
Right, this is the very first mission, and we're already scaling a wall in the middle of a gunfight. So as you're walking forward, just like bits of the wall are getting blasted. You're holding on, like swinging like left or right
to dodge the gunfire coming down at you.
As you're shooting the guys like up above you. There's guys in the windows who you can't see until you like look in the window to shoot.
Yep, and then the guys who are hanging out the window, you shoot them, and they're like, ah! They just fall out.
That's so good.
It's very funny.
Man, this sequence is really freaking great. I wrote, you're the only one who survives the climb, but I'm not sure if that's true after thinking about it.
There were some that were picked off for sure. I don't remember if we're the last one.
Because I just remember being the only one who made it to the window. I don't know if Fergus and Wyatt were also climbing that wall.
Right.
But
I think all the unnamed soldiers were picked off.
Yeah, there was one bit where you and another guy get to the wall, and he shot immediately after getting in, which was a good moment there. It could have just been you, and it wouldn't have had the same effects.
Yeah.
Just the way this game handles like cutscenes and story moments, is fantastic.
I agree.
Like, I love the way stuff like that is handled. Like the cutscene direction and like the direction of like the animation and story moments are top notch in a game like this. When this is a game that goes harder than it really needed to. Mm-hmm. Like you could have just been a competent shooter and people would have liked it.
Yeah, exactly.
But this does so much with what is given in a lot of ways, and I absolutely really like this because of it.
They're like, no. We're giving a different take on this story. And we're going to make sure you know it by the quality that we put into these cutscenes.
So you get into the lab where the terrible experiments are being undergone.
Yeah.
And then something is triggered where the incinerator happens, and we have our Death's Head jump scare here.
Yeah.
Where you go to the door and just his face appears. Like this messed up, deformed face. Like it's very similar to like if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3, like the reminds me of like the High Evolutionary type face there. And I know it wouldn't have worked, but did you also shoot at the?
I did.
First, it felt appropriate story-wise, just to be like, I'm going to shoot.
Yeah, I shot at him, even though I knew it would not work.
I did the cliche action movie thing because I wanted to do the cliche action movie thing. It was a bad guy, shoot him through bulletproof glass. Like it's in every Bond movie.
It was in Resident Evil 4 a lot in the remake.
Yes.
every time like Sadler would show up, Leon would be like pop, 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 even though nothing would happen.
Exactly. And this is where we get our time for the choice.
Yes. We are encountered by the Mad Doctor Man.
Yes.
Was he the Death's Head?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have to make the choice between Wyatt or Fergus. We agreed ahead of time that, well, the wording here is a little bit weird because I was telling you who I saved last time, which was Wyatt.
Right.
Whenever you thought I was asking you which one I killed.
Oh.
So you went with Wyatt. You killed Wyatt.
Yes.
So I ended up saving Wyatt again this time.
Oops. Oh.
No,
sorry.
It's fine. Because we it was miscommunication on my part because I thought the game would ask you who do you want to save. I forgot it was asking you who you wanted to kill.
Gotcha.
And that's where the kind of miscommunication came up. But I forgot most of the story anyway because I only played half of it like 7 years ago at this point.
Fair.
So it's lost on me. So nothing's really changed in that regard. So I'm on the Wyatt timeline. You're on the Fergus timeline.
Yep. You saved the newer recruit Wyatt. I saved our leader Fergus.
Our leader Fergus. But it seemed like a good time when you thought the game was in 1940.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we got some. He's still young. He's got some years left in him.
Yeah. And there's like a line that like Blazkowicz whispers, like it's like, oh, he was a good soldier. Or it was like he like he does those like creepy whispers. Like,
so BJ's whispers to himself.
They're very funny.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you out. It's like they're like barely audible sometimes, and it's like, dude,
very thick Southern drawl.
It is. It's almost like ASMR before ASMR.
Yeah. One thing I really remember about 2 is that like it gets amped up like 20% at the beginning. It's like, we're gonna do this together, Caroline. You and me. We're gonna do this.
It's like too subtle.
It's
Some of them
almost comical here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh no, I like it.
I like it in the yeah. It's one of
It's
the things
not
I
enough to
love
take
in the
me
moment.
out.
It's one of those things I love in the moment, but it's really ridiculous the more you think about it. It's like,
Yeah.
remember BJ Blazkowicz here. We're gonna do this mission real good and
Gotta find a way out of here.
what does Wyatt say to you when he dies? Fergus says to me, "It's all right, Blasco. It's war. It's my time is all."
Oh.
I imagine Wyatt like
Wyatt was
doesn't
like,
take it well.
No, he was like, ah! He didn't want to die. I felt really bad.
Inaudible screaming.
Yep. It was very hard to watch, and I think Fergus even was like, oh, like he didn't. I don't recall. Something happens later. I won't talk about that yet, but
yeah,
it's very evident where it's like, this might not have been the right choice.
They play that to both sides.
Yeah.
To make you feel like you made the bad choice no matter what. We'll get to that when we...
That was how I felt.
Because I imagine it's a similar scene near the end of this chunk, right?
Yeah.
Chapter 7,
Yes.
more or less. Yeah, I think there's a similar chunk that plays out with Wyatt where the game makes you question if you made the right choice or not.
That's exactly what happens with Fergus.
BJ does his deep breathing. I like that. Like the one he showed Wyatt how to do. He shows him, and then Wyatt's path gives you the lockpick. You have a lockpick that you can use to like break into like certain doors and everything to get new equipment.
Oh.
What do you get in the Fergus timeline in this part? How do you escape the route?
Oh. Oh no, I don't remember.
The Fergus timeline gives you an ability.
Oh. I can't remember. I just remember getting out. What did we do?
Does it have something to do with like crates? Because I see crates littered around that sometimes I can't do anything with.
Oh, you could break crates. Can you not break crates?
I could break crates with a knife.
Oh.
I mean, like there were like orange, big Nazi like crates that I couldn't open.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
It's not those. Because you want to like something in this path.
I didn't know that there was like a specific unlock. Oh.
Yep. So I get the lockpick to escape the room. Because Wyatt's really good with lockpicks. So I get his in mission 3. That's when I unlock his lockpick ability to like be able to like break through rooms. I think it's mission 3 where you want to unlock an ability based on your timeline choice.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, if you remember it,
I'll try to
just let me know because I know the lockpick. Because I don't know what Fergus's timeline gets you because I never played Fergus's path.
I'll have to look into that. I didn't know that there was. I didn't know there was a specific utility. That's awesome.
So we escape by picking the window lock. BJ is hit with shrapnel on the way down.
Yep.
And this is where we get our opening credits. A lot of good tone setter
for
this game. But the opening and then this opening credit sequence is here. And this is where I think the game reveals itself to be special. Here is this section with the cutscene direction. BJ being declared brain dead, sent to an asylum. And people at the asylum are taken by Death's Head. Man, all through like a first-person cutscene here until it like cuts away. But
you see the progression of time as BJ there.
Yes,
it's
like,
really cool. It's
a super cut of just this entire like what we think is probably like months or even a year tops, but actually turns out to be 14 years.
Yeah, it is now 1960, and it's like what?
Yes, such an incredible bit here.
Yeah,
and how Anya, the head nurse, is keeping tabs on you and keeping you alive throughout this time, and of course, like over that time, developing a connection with you.
Yeah, and Blazkowicz has that like internal dialogue where it's like, I know these people, I can't communicate with them, but I know them. That's Anya. She's takes care of me, and it's like, it tells this sweet story during like the time lapse.
It's
like,
such a good moment. It really is. And so Death's Head's men are coming in and out. This is where we talked about already, but the running gag of the Nazis not remembering BJ, like the guy he held up here, but he's not like killing or anything, or maybe he knows like he's not worth it to me because he's like. He's brain dead at this point.
Right.
Or what they assume to be brain dead. He's declared brain dead. So
Yeah.
But something changes, and the Nazis come to kill everyone this time, and Anya's mom and dad are killed. But there's a bit here when you were talking about BJ. Hey, he's trapped in a body. He feels trapped in his own body
because
he recognizes
aware.
them.
Yeah.
He feels sympathy for them having to surrender over the people time and time again, because he says these good folks are made powerless in this time.
Yeah.
And I say here, BJ, this is when the Nazis kill Anya's mom and dad. BJ comes to, and as like the Nazi is walking, the officer is walking to him, he like grabs, before that Anya's feeding him.
Yeah.
And he tucks away the knife from the kitchen, and as he gets close and puts the gun in your face, you just stand up and just stab
him in his face. He was like, "Oh, yeah, good." And then I wrote in all caps, "I must save Anya," because after that she was taken.
And right away, your first clue that it's been longer than you thought is the weapons are more advanced.
Yeah.
The weapons have a lot more metal on them. They're a lot bigger. They take up more of the screen.
Yeah.
Real estate. But even like the assault rifle gives away, because you could pick up assault rifle 1960, and you're like, okay, I guess it's 1960.
Oh, that's right. Yep. I did see that. That's what the reveal was for me. It wasn't the next thing that happens. It was like, wait, what?
I think they could have kept that. They could have just named it assault rifle. But I also like the idea of tying it to gameplay.
Modern assault rifle.
Yeah.
Or for their time, yeah.
And then maybe calling it like assault rifle 1960, like for future, or maybe I don't know. That's like an opinion. That's a very subjective thing.
Yeah.
Because one could argue that making the reveal happen to the player and not BJ is a better reveal of picking up the gun and being like, oh, it's the 60s now.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's a good swerve there and make it happen to the player before it happens to our main character. This is where we're introduced to the worst enemy in the game, the drones in the courtyard. I hate those drones.
Yep, they're annoying.
They are the worst.
It's like right when they like make like a loud noise and heat up, that's when they're about to fire at you. It's like
having flashbacks to the drones from BioShock. Oh man. So yeah, you kill everybody in the asylum and in the yard, and it feels great.
Yes.
You get to Anya, and BJ and Anya escape.
Yeah.
You get in a car and leave.
And you head to somewhere that would be safe. Anya, I believe, takes you to her grandparents' house.
Grandparents' home. The best characters in the game.
Yep.
On the way, BJ tries to speak Polish to her. He says, "I'm sorry, my Polish is very good."
Yeah.
And
she's like, "That's okay." Or she responds in English.
She responds in English. She's like, "Oh, that settles it. Then she knows English. We're good there."
Yeah.
BJ, I love the bit here where you get out of like this little the little farmhouse and everything, but you have a Nazi in the back of the car too.
Yep, he's in the trunk. You hear like a guy beating in the trunk, and then you open the trunk, and he's like, "Ah!" It's like, dude, what did you think was gonna happen?
I love the line here from BJ because he comments he's like, "My sorrow would drown me if I let it out," but he's like, "But these people are really strong."
Yeah,
that they had all this terrible things happen to him, and you find out because this is not the first time something like this has happened. The world just has been weighing them down for so long. Because this is where the dinner scene here is where BJ finds out that the Nazis have won. Because he was like, we need to meet up with the army. And this is a really good scene because we need to meet up with the army. They're like, there is no army.
There is no army. And it's like, what about the United States? It's like, it makes you understand how this is truly there's so much desperation in this situation because the Nazis won. Like, this is their world now. And you get that impression.
The script has flipped. The nuclear bomb was dropped on us.
Yeah. We got it dropped in I'm trying to remember the lore. 48, I think. It was dropped in New York City.
New York City.
And it's like, jeez. Ugh.
And
it actually,
it's scary.
It's haunting. It's like, oh... it makes me thankful to be in this timeline. It's like, oh, that would have been awful.
It's a chilling scene.
Yeah.
Just that thought of how...
it's like what Captain America went through, but worse.
Yeah, exactly. BJ has some Captain America isms.
Yeah.
In his situation and everything. But BJ's not going to stand for that. He's like, well, there has to be a resistance right away. Like, there's an army. Okay, someone's got to be fighting these guys.
And yeah,
there is.
There
but
is.
It's a very like small group effort, and most of them have been captured and they hold them somewhere, but we don't know the prison. He was like, well, we got a guy who knows.
a Nazi would know. And then he goes down.
Who can say where the way says, who can say where they keep him? And then BJ gets the idea. He just gets up and walks downstairs. The grandma just comes over and turns the needle on the record player.
Yep. It's great. And
the best characters in this entire game.
And while the Nazi's talking to you down there in the basement, you can just play. You can play this however you want, but you could just play it like slowly getting the goggles, slowly walking over to the workbench, picking up the chainsaw, slowly walking up to the Nazi.
You gotta get the apron too. You don't want any blood on your nice clothes because you know what's gonna happen here. Did you find the children's toys here? There's some children's toys and unlocked concept art that reveals that the grandma and grandpa have like been keeping in and out different Jewish families sheltered over time. So it paints you. These guys are great people.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I didn't find. I found toys later, but not
like,
there.
At their old age, they've been risking their lives for people in times of need.
And that kind of gives more explanation to their actions later.
Yes, they are great.
Without that, that's great. That's great because without that context, you're like, wow, these people are randomly badass. But it's like, okay, no, that gives more context.
This is not their first time they killed a Nazi, my friend.
Nope. Guy just blows a Nazi's head off later.
Oh, I love that so much. Grandpa with the shotgun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Some white negotiation reveals that their captain, Eisenwald Prison. That doesn't save the Nazi's life. BJ kills the Nazi because BJ understands that the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi.
And yep.
Then, as you do, food's getting cold. You gotta have dinner.
Yep. You gotta eat.
You gotta go upstairs. You say a prayer before the job is about to do. I love this so much. Just grant us warm feet, shallow breath, shelter us from the storm, and for safe passage.
It was very good.
I love this bit here. It's just the little prayer before they go says so much about their characters.
There's a lot. Oh, and going into the next thing, there's a lot of putting people in trunks in this timeline.
There is. Yeah, actually, it turns out.
You find a Nazi in your trunk. You put Anya in your trunk later for the next thing.
And you get in the trunk too.
And yep.
Because you both are traveling in the trunk while Grandpa heads up to the first checkpoint station. And this way you realize, oh, things are bad. Grandpa shoots him unprompted with the shotgun.
Blows his head off. It's
Love
like,
it.
Oh my god.
So you stop at the travel checkpoint. You must kill all the Nazis for safe passage, as you do. Mm-hmm. Grandpa is very adamant that you kill them. He's like, "Go on, shoot them Nazis."
Yeah, that part. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was like, "I love this man."
I was like, "Yes, you're right, Grandpa," but oh my god,
he's gonna go home to his wife, have some tea or some coffee.
Maybe put on another record.
Work on the field, put on a record, and it's just been a Tuesday for him.
He'll
I'm gonna grant some people safe passage, shoot a Nazi, and then I'm gonna kiss my wife and make some sweet food.
He'll put on a Die Kaffer record.
I knew you would love that bit.
I found that. We'll get to that later. But oh my gosh.
The Nazis have like propaganda here that says you and Anya murdered everyone at the asylum. Mm-hmm. Like there's
that was so cool to see the propaganda. It was so cool to see like all these articles painting like, oh, there's these evil terrorists that are coming about and causing trouble, and all our society's in danger. All of you innocent people are in danger, and it's like, you're fucking Nazis. Pardon my language, but
it's an explicit show.
Okay, but it's like. It's wild. This. I even thought to myself, this would be a great lesson in like a propaganda class for like a school.
It would if you can get by with the murder and the bristly blood and all that.
That aside,
it's a college level course.
Yes.
But yeah, and when we get to our like base of operations, the propaganda updating in real time. As you do each mission, there's like new pieces of propaganda around about really your cool. Like exploits and everything, and that's when you know like you're The propaganda is proof that you are making an impact in this world.
Yes.
It's something small, but it's something that makes it feel like your actions are, they matter in this universe.
It's empowering to read all the old newspaper headlines from like the 40s to the early 60s or to like 59 or whenever, where it's revealing like the world is falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
The Nazis are taking over. This happened in this year. This happened then. And it's like, oh. But then to finally get with each mission a small victory with a new article.
Yes. This mission's okay. It's basically 2 separate areas connected through some corridors that are big and open and teach you. This is like the real first mission of this game, because it teaches you more or less how you're going to be using stealth. You're going to be hunting down the officers here. This is more or less how they're going to be spaced out.
Yep.
You have this big open area that you can tackle any way you want to. Use stealth, climb to the roof, and use the sniper rifle. You zip line from one side to another. This is the objective that I typically like in games, is the kill all enemies on a map before you can continue.
Yeah.
Both sections, I was running around looking for the last guy.
Yeah.
Like, where is this
I had that situation
man?
for one of those sections, and it was like,
It's the only instance so far in this game where this happened. So I was like, is this going to be a thing? Turns out.
So far, no. Thankfully.
It might have been in the hangar, but I may have just killed everybody before that. The big, like, hangar before you fight the boss fight with the giant robot thing.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't have that situation.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem because I killed everybody. I killed all those fools.
Killed all those damn Nazis.
Then you fight the robots to continue, and that's pretty much it for this like section here.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on?
No, it's really one of those missions that's like, this is a means to get to the location we discussed in the previous mission. It's one of those transitionary missions that it does for what it was supposed to serve, the purpose it was supposed to serve, to teach you new play styles. Like, this was the first time I think I used stealth efficiently in the game. It was effective. And
this is more or less teaching you how to use stealth until you get caught and then just blast everybody.
Yep. And it was good. It was a good mission for what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Once Grandpa gives you the goodbye, you and Anya get on the train. You pour some really well-animated coffee.
Yep. And then Blazkowicz breaks the machine because he can't figure out how to shut it off. He's like,
Tanner was very adamant. He sent me multiple messages telling me to talk about the coffee. So let's talk about the coffee.
Okay, let's talk about the coffee.
As you walk and spin it, you can see it spinning around. It's very well animated.
It is
coffee. It looks really appetite. Not appetite.
I don't even drink coffee, and I was like, that looks good. I wouldn't mind drinking
with the bubbles on it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really, for 2014, this is what I made coffee. All right, we talked about the coffee. I think we met our coffee quota.
The coffee quota has been met.
Coffee quota met.
But no, it looked... just a moment to divert, I guess. For the graphics, I thought to myself, for 2014, this was a really good-looking game.
Yeah, it still looks good. It
still holds up, mostly.
It's
for the time.
It's going for an aesthetic.
Yes.
Versus, realism.
Yes.
And the art design does a lot of the heavy lifting in this game. A lot of the shadows, a lot of the way the lighting looks, just the designs of the characters and everything. Not having most of the Nazis you fight in big bulky armor does it more of a service than fighting a bunch of the dudes whose faces look the same.
Yeah.
But speaking of someone whose face doesn't look the same, we meet Officer Engel here.
Yeah.
Who comments on how Aryan you are. She points a gun at you and makes you do sort of the test here.
Yeah, that was some scary stuff.
Think something is different. As someone who played this before, this bit was like, I know, nothing I pick is going to matter. It's just going to...
As someone who hadn't played this before, I was like, oh my God.
You better pick wisely.
Oh, well, I was like, think Nazi. What would a Nazi pick? That was literally my rationale. I was like, what's the most closest thing to a Nazi?
This butterfly looks nice was my rationale.
I was like, Schmetterling. I know that word. So I picked that one. I picked the butterfly too.
Yeah, it's just this is aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to pick that butterfly.
That was such a tense moment for me. I like that. And it's cool because you see them later. And it's really cool.
Did I miss that bit? I missed the bit where you see the pictures later.
No, you see.
Oh, you see them later.
You see them later.
Oh, I thought you meant you see the pictures.
And that recurring joke of like them not recognizing you immediately comes up again.
Yes,
but it's cool that that sequence was very tense until you realize. No, in that moment I was like, it was very tense, and it gave you an idea of how sick and twisted of a society and world this is. This has become.
It's just casual to threaten a guy.
It's
and
casual.
Like, it's a joke.
Exactly.
It's just a prank, bro. This is where I saw the Nazi Beatles ad.
Oh yeah.
Die Koffer.
I listened to their song, which translates to, or their new album, which translates to Blue Submarine.
Das Blue U-Boat.
Yeah, Das Blue U-Boat. So
as someone who I know you're a huge Beatles fan.
I'm a huge Beatles fan, and it was very like, it was like when I saw that I was like cool, and I was like, oh
wait, the implication here,
not cool.
The dynamic for.
But when I learned the lore behind that band, I was a bit less upset about it, because it's like they were not Nazis by choice. They were forced to be. Yeah,
that's kind of how
they were from Liverpool, England.
The fact that they do the they go into the lore about like the songs and everything. Basically, how the Nazis have like a tight grip on the performing arts.
Yep.
Like you find the record in I believe the chapter 7 of House of the Rising Sun?
I did.
And
yes.
You can listen to that bit, and it's just a polka version of House of the Rising Sun. So it's basically saying these artists that are making these like incredible like songs that would define like generations, define music, they're being pigeonholed to a system that doesn't want to grow or change.
Yep, they have to do it the Nazi Germany way.
The Nazi Germany way. So art has not been advancing since Germany in like the 1940s.
Nope.
Which, if you know like German history, art in Germany was put behind because of like the whole like post World War I stuff.
Yes.
And everything. So it's pulling this music way further back into the times, and which is a really cool way of like using music as the tool for that is very effective there. And
it's mentioned that like they insulted the Fuhrer by, you know, not like saluting him.
They forgot to thank the Fuhrer before starting their concert.
Yeah, and they were forced to learn German. They were forced to sing in German rather and record the music in German because they were from Liverpool, England, so they didn't do that before the Nazis took over.
The band's manager's name is Wolfgang Trapper. Is that a reference to anything particular?
Wolfgang Trapper.
If not, it's probably just
the Beatles manager was Brian Epstein. I don't think so.
Okay. And it says that I took the picture here because I knew we'd be talking about this.
I did too.
They also announced that they would star in a new TV show about the adventures of a world famous boy band.
Yeah, which that is actually genuinely a reference to the fact that there was a Beatles series on television in the 60s. At least I think that's a reference to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. BJ gets back with some coffee. Anya points out there's only one bed. And they ask...
it escalated quickly. I was
Are you comfortable sharing?
And then... Cut to hot, intimate finishing of the scene.
They deserve it.
They do.
Man.
They do. He sat there for 14 years, and she took... She
took him on baths. The sexual tension that's been brewing for 14 years.
They formed a bond somehow. Clearly.
I mean, he's not an ugly dude. He's ripped.
Oh no, he's like I said, he looks like John Cena swallowed a watermelon. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, so that I love their relationship.
Yeah, me too. It's very, very sweet.
This bit is sudden here, but it makes absolute sense, and just their relationship and how you can tell that these two generally like love each other.
Yes,
is so well done in an action game of all things, like a big bombastic action game like this, and their relationship is one of the core like tenets of the storytelling here.
Yes,
is so well done. We get a beautiful match on action as Anya gets up from the bed, and then like the sunbeam hits, and we're in the hotel room, and we are on our mission. They got the hotel room that overlooked where like this prison is and everything, and they're I like the detail that the building they're building what looks like the U.S. Capitol building in Berlin as a prison.
Yeah.
Just like they're taking other cultures and other like systems of government and are using them for their like own like Nazi means and everything. Mm-hmm. So right away, mission starts. You have your knife out. That's the only weapon you have at this point. And standing on the side of the building, overlooking the corrupted city streets with like the Nazi banners and everything, it reminds me of Dishonored. Have you ever played Dishonored?
I've not.
It's a game we played it for the show. It's a game set in like this sort of Elizabethan London pastiche.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like scaling rooftops and everything as banners of regime are hanging all over the place. So it made me think of that game. I know it all tied back around because Dishonored like took references from like actual like historical stuff. But yeah, it just reminded me of that. Huh. So you get a battery for a laser cutter. I'm gonna be flying through a lot of this like gameplay stuff here because we talked a lot in the gameplay.
The laser cutter was cool.
I like the laser cutter.
I liked it. I was like, what is this? And I was like,
it's very Half-Life or Portal feeling, and that's all physics based.
Yeah,
like, it's just like a cool like physicsy tool.
Yeah,
you use, and later you get the upgrade for it that you can use to like cut through boxes, which you have to be. I like that it's not just any hole will do. You have to like, no, this can't fit you in your wide frame.
That's what's wild to me too. I intentionally cut a smaller hole one time, and I was like, "There's
I'm gonna
no
break
way.
this," and then nope.
I turned into Jello apparently.
It's there's a really long bit here where you're shimmying on the wall of the because you get in the secret police station, and there's like a couple of enigma codes here and stuff. But there's a really long bit where you're shimmying along the wall of the secret police station.
Yes.
And you watch people get loaded into the transport bus.
Yeah.
So the first bit of with the secret police station was very short. I don't remember if there was like a combat encounter here. Maybe just like one or two. No, wait, there was no gunfire here. But you're like, there's a couple of dudes with like batons.
Yeah, but you didn't have a gun for a while during this mission. I think all you had was a knife for a while. This
is a bit that probably I liked it, but it probably could have been a cutscene with you sneaking in and then scaling the wall because it's only about like 2 minutes of gameplay here.
Yeah,
but you get on top of the transport bus and ride it to Eisenwald Prison. According to the Codex, there has never been a successful escape at Eisenwald Prison.
Yep, and that was like ooh,
because what I like is that the art pieces that you collect when you go to like a certain area or find like a secret spot, you can look at lore for the place and it's detailed. It's optional there if you want it. Being we're a Game Club podcast, I've read most of those. I said I don't understand the point of the overcharge containers because the benefits are usually gone by the time you get into a firefight.
I agree. That I've had a similar experience. Generally, when I find them, there's no one around to benefit from them.
I think it's just when you find health packs, not including because you have bandages for health, and those will only get you to 100. I don't think you can use those when you're at.
You can get health upgrades over time that are permanent, though.
Yeah, you can get health upgrades and armor upgrades as you go. And we didn't talk about the perk system.
Oh, yeah.
So the perk system, how it works, if you played the game, you know, but there's 4 different tracks that unlock abilities based on your gameplay. So the more you use certain tools, like the more you use the throwing knives, the more throwing knives you'll unlock. The more you use stealth kills, the faster your stealth kills will be. The more you do headshots, the faster you'll reload. And
it rewards you for playing the game how you feel comfortable playing it.
Exactly. And the rewards are on track with that. It's not like you're good with knives, here's a gun upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're good with knives, here's a knife upgrade.
It encourages your play style and it leans into it. And I think that's a really cool way to do it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so you sneak through the prison in a way that we'll be coming back to. The resistance fighters you eventually find, and they're chained up to the wall with their sort of an iron mask chained to the wall. It looks brutal. Like it sucks.
It's like medieval torture level, like imprisonment.
100%. You take the mask off, and it's Wyatt. In my game, it's probably Fergus in your game.
It's Fergus in mine.
Weird how that works.
Yeah.
There's like a really quick exchange here. Wyatt goes around and like unlocks. Oh no, wait, no, he doesn't. you shoot the chains
Yes.
off of
That's what I do
all
too.
of them, and you have a big shootout. Shooting your way is the fun. There's a ton of dudes, and you and White are the only one to really survive the attack here.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else pretty much dies along the way, which is like, ugh. We are the resistance then.
And then we have to steal a car to escape. After you crash, you cut your way into the sewers like Nick Fury. It's good to be gameplay sequences here because it's just like the combat stealth sequences. There's not a lot, especially in this prison sequence. This mission's pretty short, but yeah, so you drive the car for a little bit. You get the full handle on the car, so you don't. That's not really worth like talking about the car mechanics here, but you crash and then you see like them coming towards you, and you have to like quickly look down to see the sewer grate and cut your way through. I like that bit here a lot, and Wyatt knows how to hardwire a car.
Yeah.
We drive the car to a camera blind spot by.
Oh, did you do any hot wiring in the first mission?
No.
That was the resource I had. I learned how to hot wire the doors and open the doors by hot wiring them.
Okay.
That's what it was because.
So you can open more of the mechanical doors.
Yes.
I think I've seen some of that stuff where. Okay.
That's what that was. I was trying to figure out what it could have been. That must have been the special thing I learned.
Is there a mini game involved with that, or is it just hit a button and?
It's literally you have to tap the wires together as fast as you can 3 times in a row, and it's very flimsy.
Oh.
So it's like a matter of being as stable as you can.
Yeah, the lock picking's weird because you use the control stick to rotate, and you gotta line up 3 pins with the arrow, and it feels like a ship on water where it's like rocking back and forth, and you gotta line it up, and it goes click click click.
I would describe it as very clumsy, but like intentionally clumsy feeling.
Feels like I wonder if that's better because mine just feels like frustrating. Going, I had it lined up. Why is it still moving? This is annoying.
Maybe.
In some ways. But I think it's just a way to be like, you don't want to do this in a firefight. Or if you are, then you're scrounging for, you want it to be sort of tense because you're probably looking for ammo and armor upgrades and stuff. So this is a bit here that feels sort of like, this feels very Mission Impossible for me, where this is the cutscene where you're trying to find the resistance base after breaking out of prison. You go because you're attempting. I like the lore here is that no one does this during the day. Right. Everyone does this at night because it's very hard to pull off in general. You have to ride the camera to a blind spot ride the car to a camera blind spot in the mist.
Yeah.
Then do a Mission Impossible dive into the water.
Put a brick on the gas to keep the car going.
But it's sealed this time. The gateway into the sewer. And so you can see them losing oxygen and everything, but you have to pull out the cutting tool and cut your way through. Wyatt apologizes and everything, and then you find your way to the resistance camp. Right away, BJ tackles Klaus.
Yep.
For the Nazi symbol.
That's exactly what happens.
I love Klaus because he's immediately like, I get it. Dude, I get it.
Yeah, he's like, I get it.
He's very cool about it.
Because he was a Nazi at one point.
There's a bit here in this area too where you could ask him why he still has that. He's like, no.
I'm not removing this until we win this. That will be the real reward.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I get it. Fair.
Because he hates that symbol as much as BJ does.
Yeah.
But he has to live with like the choices and the path he made. And I like the fact that he doesn't feel like he can remedy himself with the situation until he purges the Nazis.
Taking off the symbol, removing the tattoo would be symbolic for him removing Nazis from the world.
And I love that.
Yeah.
We see Caroline here. Caroline and BJ, it's implied that they know each other. It doesn't really dive into...
I was wondering if I missed something.
No.
Because...
It's implied that they know each other. I don't know if that was from like a previous game, because this was kind of a pseudo-sequel to Return Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
She has kind of a German accent, though, so it's like, how would he just tackled somebody who had a German accent a minute ago?
I don't think it's that important. I think this bit's different too. I have a guitar player named Jay here.
I don't.
He's a dude. His name is just Jay. I think they're going for a Jimi Hendrix pastiche.
Oh,
he just chills in the lobby and plays guitar.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I don't have that.
You probably have a dude here in his place. I don't know if that's the case.
I have. Does Klaus have his friend who he takes care of?
The guy with the sort of
the dent,
the deformity in his head. Yeah, I still have that.
Yeah, okay, then it's not him. Who do I... Oh, I have this crazy lady who hates me. She's just like...
I don't have her.
She's kind of like... She's a bit like... For lack of a better word, she's very manic. She's like... Oh, you ruined this... Oh, I gotta account for this now that you're here. And it's like that kind of a...
This seems unfair. I get the cool Jimi Hendrix guitar player, dude.
I wish I had that. And I get the lady who hates... She... Like, I was trying to...
Well, you also get Fergus, and I get Wyatt, so...
That's true.
You get the upgrade. Is Fergus still cool?
Fergus is still cool.
Okay.
He's a bit more jaded, but he's not like Fat Thor jaded. He's like just sort of like, oh, we got to do this, Blazkowicz. But he's a bit more cynical, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, the world made him cynical.
And
I understand. Yeah.
Understandably so.
Yeah, things have happened. And he was chained up to a wall.
Yeah.
Why is chained up? If Fergus is chained up to a wall and is bitter, I'd be like, dude, I get you, understand. Why is chained up to a wall? I'd be like, grow up, dude.
Yeah. For real. But there's a scene with the crazy lady, like, she's just on the floor, like, organizing something, and I tried to open a door and it was locked, and she's like, it's locked, dumbass. You need a key. And it's like, screw you.
Okay, I kind of like her now.
She's funny, but she's mean.
Oh yeah, because the guy Jay's just playing the guitar with that being like, you need a key.
Oh. Yeah. Well, mine makes fun of me.
Jay's just like, are you gonna help out with the cause at all, or are you just gonna play your guitar?
That was my thought with her. It's like, are you just gonna sit on the floor and organize nonsense, or are you gonna help us?
We have one animation cycle because we're characters that the other person may not see. So
yeah, fair.
Max stole the plans for for Project Whisper because he upset him because he's a pacifist. Max is the guy who has the deformity in his head and is like very childish in nature. He has
very strong, but he's also very sensitive.
Yeah, sensitive is the correct word usage there.
Sensitive to like sounds, and things like that.
And he steals the plans because he upset him. Project Whisper being our next mission is in it, or what our next mission is going to be. It's an advanced helicopter project that we're going to break in and steal. So this is where Chapter 5 is weird because if you go down the critical path, it immediately railroads you onto this mission, and you're like, I wasn't done exploring yet. There's a record here that I haven't got.
Oh yeah, that was when I found the German Beatles record.
I missed that record. I listened to it separately because I'm like, I think that's the one I missed, but I didn't find House of the Rising Sun. So we infiltrate a top Nazi research facility with our expendable member here.
Yeah,
who gets like Bobby, who gets 5 lines and then blows up.
He just wanted to blow up and then pretend like he didn't know nobody. That's the
Yep. I mean, good on him. He died the way he lived.
He did.
The explosion happens right when you exit the car. I was like, it's almost unclear what happens, but Bobby blows up your way into the inside. It was hard to tell if like he did it or if something happened and triggered. And
it was hard to tell. I agree. I wasn't sure.
I had to look it up, being the host of the show, and be like, "What happened?" I should probably know what happened. And apparently, he drove into the place and blew up an entryway.
I was like, "Did they have a bomb sitting in the lobby?" Like that explosion was way bigger than
the car. Yeah. There's sort of an asphalt maze as you avoid dogs here.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I wrote this note here, but we already talked about it. About did you ever throw grenades, and did it mess you up that the throw grenade button and the weapon wheel were on the same button?
Yeah,
the answer is yes.
It did one or two times.
Strasse, our friend Strasse, narrates the museum here. Oh, it's also worth noting. I didn't write it down, but he's also the voiceover for the prison section. He's given notes and he's like,
Oh.
Given like, oh, that's right. There's a very important bit that I missed in the Eisenwald prison, where he's saying, "I can guarantee you your freedom every time. If you agree to an experiment, I could offer your freedom in exchange for your services." Really messed up stuff. But he's narrating the museum here too, like the entryway to it. So I like the fact that or the guy we are hunting down at the beginning. Like, I like that our main antagonist is one of the Nazi officers with Engel and Strasse. I like that it's not like we're not going after the big wigs yet.
Yeah.
This is only our first game. We're not going to topple the
We're not shooting Hitler yet.
We're not going to we're not going to topple the Empire in game 1. Mm-hmm. We're after their structure, and we want them to know who we are and what we intend to do, which is we're going to kill Nazis until there's no more Nazis.
We want to put the fear into those leaders' eyes before we take them out.
Yeah, exactly. So you go from the museum to the observatory.
The Nazis made it to the moon. Dang it. Why did they have to make it to the moon?
Right. There's so much stuff here with the museum talking about like Nazi spaceflight and everything, because it's important to know that this is their top research facility, which is where we're going to. And I like that they have like a museum dedicated to like propaganda, being like, look at this amazing stuff we accomplished. Out the backs of millions of dead people.
Yeah.
But we take the elevators to the laboratory, and I love the cutscene direction here. There's a lot of split screen usage. Caroline's on the roof doing like an infiltration. We got Anya back on the desk working her research and everything. Mm-hmm. And I like how it all cuts to BJ Blazkowicz, and the cameras are misaligned, and then they align, and then the split screen goes away. It's the cutscenes are just very cool.
They are. They're really good.
Cool direction here. You upgrade the laser gun here, and now it's a big gun.
Yeah,
now it's much more effective.
Yes. It is just a gun now with laser capabilities.
There's a couple difficult fights in the hangar, a big open hangar area where then you fight a giant robot.
Yeah, big robot.
So
that was where I had to reload the most times. That was the toughest part.
The robot, because I ran out of like ammunition here and only got to like 20 health. So I had to run around like stabbing boxes while avoiding his.
That was exactly what I had to do.
Avoiding his big guns.
It was a fun challenge, but it was also like, am I supposed to be more equipped for this? Am I gonna have to reload this part of the mission? But nope, I was able to get it, and I was like,
I don't know if the health responds, but I've never been in a situation where I couldn't get more health
even if it wasn't
for running away really bad.
Yeah, same.
Enough to get me out of the situation. You do heal up to 20.
Yes,
which sort of helps, but not really, because that's
you take like a couple shots and then.
Yeah, exactly. What messes you up more than anything is if you have two guys standing with an assault rifle. Yeah. Because that'll just delete your health.
It will. Yeah.
Getting shot from both sides will end you. So you're clearing the hangar for extraction. The crew hand glides in, which is really cool.
And it's especially badass considering one of our crew doesn't even have legs that move.
Yeah.
They're in a wheelchair.
Yep. You place Caroline in the helicopter cockpit.
And she dove in there like a badass.
Yeah,
awesome.
She rules. Sorry about your legs. She said, don't be. I've learned how to fly. And then the planes take off, and they look like the ornithopters from Dune. The way, like, I love that they're sort of like a elongated design with the double propellers that like fold in on themselves to dive. Is very much like the copters from Dune. So we go back with our newly acquired planes
that we did manage to get in there somehow without being detected.
Chapter 7, a mystery. Anya's doing research. She found that the Nazis use a very specific type of concrete to make their buildings quickly.
Super Nazi concrete.
Yes.
Apparently.
Uber concrete, I think. Yeah. I love the relationship because they get off here and she's like, oh, there's one more thing too. And she just kisses him. It's a really sweet moment. I love these two. Jay is jamming out by the stairs.
My person's being on the floor being an asshole again.
Jay's not an asshole. I think he's just disinterested.
Yeah.
He's just like, whatever, man.
he's what would have thrived in the 60s had the world worked out in that way.
Yeah. That's why he's mad. He's bitter. He's just like, man, things go slightly better for me if the world. Man. If you go to your bed and lay down, you can play the first level of Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah. I was like, what is this?
Did you complete this mission?
I died and I was like, I don't have time for this. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole if I keep trying this. So I continued.
In the second game, Wolfenstein 2, you can actually play a full version of Wolfenstein 3D, but with the roles reverse, where you're playing as a German guy and BJ Blazkowicz is the bad guy.
Oh.
So it's like a palette swap version of Wolfenstein, because the idea is that because it's like the Nazis are so advanced, they have computer games now, and they made Wolfenstein 3D,
but they made it
from their perspective.
That's really
they're
funny.
the good guys, which is a great way of doing that.
That is pretty smart.
So instead of like in the original UI, you don't see it here. You see, do you know that like I don't know if you've seen Wolfenstein, but the original Wolfenstein, but I know you know like the Doom UI where you see
that was the first thing I thought. Was
where you
like,
see Doom guy in like the little corner there, and it's not BJ Blazkowicz in Wolfenstein 2 in there. It's like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude, because you're playing as just a
and
it's just a palette swap there. It's really funny.
Is there like, am I crazy in that there's like a huge Fallout reference with like that? There's like a door, like a giant door that looks like a vault in the base that has 101 on it.
I missed that. Oh yeah, because this Bethesda published this.
So I was like, I think that's a Fallout 3 reference, or at least a Fallout reference.
Matt, I missed that. You have to go back because Chapter 9 begins in the underground base, so I might need to.
Which that led me into a conspiracy theory: is this the same world that Fallout takes place in? Is this the? Because in Fallout it's like 2200, and it's like, did it take us that long to recover from the Nazi regime? And did we form a society that was like the 1950s and the 200s?
As someone who played Fallout, no, but that's a cool theory.
No, I realized that was not the case. I was overthinking it. But
it's one of those things you're like, yeah, and then you think about it. No, that doesn't work.
Exactly.
Wyatt has the archive keys. That's where Jay points me to. Wyatt has Fergus's dog tags. He suffers from massive survivor's guilt.
Yes.
He says, you left a boy in charge of a man's work.
Oh, wow.
Me. Like,
okay.
he feels the pressure of living up to Fergus. And that's when, I disagree with BJ here. He says, maybe I made the wrong choice.
That's what he says
he
for
says
me.
They kept that line
kept that line the same because Fergus feels immense guilt. He doesn't hurt you, but he like physically like pushes you, assaults you.
White pushes you out of the room.
Yeah, he's like,
and the door locks so you can't go back in.
But it's mostly out of his own guilt that we chose him over Wyatt, and he says me and him are a couple of old useless mummies, and that Wyatt was young and he showed a lot of promise, and he would have been a great soldier had he lived.
But Wyatt feels like he can never live up to Fergus, so...
Okay. That's cool. Okay. I understand now.
Scene plays out the same way, but I like that it makes sense in both contexts here.
Yeah. Guilt from the older man not letting the younger guy survive, and guilt that the younger guy, like, I will never live up to his legacy.
Anya needs a chunk of concrete, so you go to get some, and you fall down a sewer.
Yep.
This game...
And no one helps you up like a bunch of assholes.
Like, yeah.
It's like literally
good luck.
Literally just get the big guy and Klaus and just pull me up.
Enjoy the stupid drones you're going to be fighting in this section.
Yeah.
Down a long hallway. The game commits a cardinal sin of not being able to play audio records from outside the menu.
Yep.
I hate it when it does that.
That's when you find the House of the Rising Sun.
I go to play the song and then exit the menu and the song stops. I go, no, what are we doing?
It's like, you're Bethesda.
BioShock figured
Pit Boys.
This out. Yeah. BioShock figured this out in 2007. That, even then, I think System Shock had this figured out. When you get an audio log, I should be able to listen to it and move.
I agree. That's one thing I think,
it's a cardinal sin. I
don't want to have to stop in my tracks for lore. I want to listen to the lore while I play.
Exactly. House of the Rising Sun, but German polka.
Yeah.
Klaus had a son with a clubbed foot. He tried to hide it, but the secret police killed his wife and son, and that's why he defected from the Nazi regime. And
it makes me realize that that's also probably why he takes such good care of the big guy, because if the Nazis found him,
they would kill him immediately. So it explains their relationship. Did you do the mission of finding all the toys?
I did. I found all the toys and I put him back in his room, and it was like a very little sweet moment. So, because it's like in my mind, it's like I want to be in good favor with Klaus and the big guy, because I get where they're both. I get where he's coming from, and I feel bad, for the big guy.
And this is where we get our big lowdown for our final mission in this section. Anya figures out that someone is tampering with the Uber concrete production. A man named Set Roth is a member of this ancient Jewish order and was sent to a work camp that manufactures the concrete. And I don't remember the exact chain of how she connected those dots of information.
There was limestone found in certain samples of it, and that particular sample was traced to that.
That sample of concrete was traced to this work camp where someone we know is a part of this ancient order is. And
it was like it was real. It might have just been mostly like a combination of a coincidence and a guess. Like, this must be the person because this person has had a history of.
And like, we traced him down to 3 camps, and when he moved to this camp was when we started to notice like the change in concrete type thing.
Yeah.
So we have to infiltrate the camp undercover and break him out. I love this mission.
It was wild. It's like literally just get arrested.
This is a great change of pace for this game.
It was a very heavy sequence because it was like, this is literally a concentration camp, for lack of better words.
Yes. Where
it's what a concentration camp would have looked like had the Nazis gone even further with it.
Yes.
And it was like, it was very heavy.
They're exact means of like production, because now it's not just building stuff for the army. This is how like everything.
It's building stuff for their society.
Everything that like the hardest workers where we live do, like the construction work and everything, that is being done by forced labor. Mm-hmm. And just the fact that like it's not for like the war effort anymore, is for just like how things function. That's just a tenet of this entire society. Is just.
And it was very like. It was also heavy because for me, this was the first time I saw non-white people in the game.
Ooh, that's a good point.
And it was like,
this was
Nazi bastards. It's like,
it didn't hit that much for me because I had Jay.
True.
Who's there playing guitar?
True. Fair enough. I didn't know that. Yeah, it was like, it was just kind of like, it just made me madder, and
this effective like.
It was storytelling without.
I don't know how this game can be so subtle.
Yeah.
In a game where you can dual wield machine guns and just kill Nazis, and the fact that like this game has an animation where you and the enemy are stabbing each other at the same time.
Yeah.
How this game can tackle like really subtle storytelling is amazing to me.
Yeah.
So a man is sent there with a dying child, and the Nazi lady, Frau Engel, who we've seen before on the train, takes the child and like holds the child up by like the foot, and then beats up the man and then throws him back on the bus and everything. And then you're in the line here. Even if you don't move, you're like if you don't hit the control stick to move, you're still being pushed up by the line behind you. Engel addresses the line, and she thinks that she's seen you before, but her boy toy dismisses this. Does that dude have a name? Have they said his name at all?
I just called him like Nazi Aryan man.
I call him. He's in my notes as boy toy.
Yeah,
it's
your boy toy.
So you're broken from the line because they notice how like strong you are. It's like, we can put this man to work right away. So
they put me right on the cement mixer.
Yep, and you're tattooed a number.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, that was also like a. Yep, this is definitely what they're trying to emulate.
Guy beside you tells you they fought the Nazis in Africa. He tells you what block Set is in. So you have to distract the guards to break away and change uniforms to get into a sector.
Which the implications of that is just like wild too.
Mm-hmm. So you break the cement mixer. We'll get a puzzle here where you break the like metal piece around the button and you throw the button into
the cement mix and
almost like a washing machine
and explodes. It just goes kablooey. And it's like brutal world building where you just learn how terrible these people are treated. It's like you have a 5-minute break where we fix the machine.
Not a splash of color anywhere in this. Yeah. Like, go back to your bunkers.
Yeah, it's like you will be shot, and everyone in your unit will be shot if you are not back in time. It's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. You swap uniforms with Milo to get Set. You tell him that you're in the block with his wife.
Yeah.
Does the guy beside you, Bombate, Does he give you that information about the guy's wife, or is BJ making something up to get the uniform?
I think he gives you the information.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. Because at first I was like, "Do we know that?" And I was like,
I don't
think
remember
he
being
said
like,
that.
"Oh, BJ." I don't remember. I would have remembered feeling like, this is. I get why we're doing this, but this feels bad.
Yeah, but
no.
I think that was like an honest thing. Like Bombate tells you, like the note here. I hope we see him again. He seems cool. Is my note.
Yeah.
Like I like Bombate. He's.
I liked him too.
And then my next note is I like Set.
Yeah, I like it. Seth's pretty cool.
Immediate first impression was I like this guy.
Yeah,
because you think the guy's writhing on the bed is Set.
But he's the guy helping the guy writhing on the
it
bed.
pans up, so you're like, this guy is a resourceful engineer and a doctor. He's like Dr. Bones from Star Trek. Like, sort of this weary, like, cynical, like, war doctor type dude.
But the moment you give him an ounce of hope and like, get progress, he's like, oh, shit, this could work.
Yeah.
You could see his enthusiasm change throughout the mission.
He's like, see that big guy over there? I made a button. I need a battery for it. Yeah. So you go down the chute that is dead bodies.
Yeah.
This might be my favorite mission. There's also a lady.
I think so too.
There's also a lady beside.
Right outside. She's like, do the right thing. There's someone in there. He's a bad man.
Is his name like Mr. Knife or something? I wrote it down somewhere. Or is he just known as the Knife?
It might be the Knife.
Yeah, knife dude, bad, killed knife dude.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, he's just named the Knife.
Game punishes you for stealthing efficiently.
No, I would like the name Mr. Knife, but he captures you in the building and stabs you.
Yep.
And this is where BJ should have definitely died.
Yeah, he would have absolutely died, but
he thinks you're dead and throws you into a furnace to be cremated.
that was a very.
This is insane. Then you get up and then immediately stab the dude running the furnace. It's amazing.
And then you make your way through all the Nazis until you get to him and kill him.
I love how disorienting it is because you think you're standing straight up in the furnace.
Yeah.
But you're actually laying straight down. So you like lift your hands up to crawl out of it. The perspective here is so cool.
Yeah.
That it's to me like, where am I? Oh, it's hot. I need to get out of here.
Dang,
that small bit there is so.
This might have been my favorite mission too.
Man,
think about it.
The more I think about it, the more I love this. So you sneak up and kill the Knife while he's washing the hands of his latest victim. Is that where you got him to? Where he's washing hands? I didn't know if there was a way to get to him sooner because you hear a man scream.
Oh wait, no, I messed up and I chased him. He made it all the way to his office, and then I just stabbed him right outside his office.
He was like walking from like the torture room and was like washing his hands. Yeah. Where I got him before I stabbed him.
That would have been more satisfying.
But I was like, if I was quicker, could I have saved the dude screaming? I don't think so, but because you hear screaming,
maybe because apparently you can wait to kill him until much later. So maybe the opposite's true.
No, I feel like if you do that though, you're going to alert some people, and then he'll probably run to his office a lot faster. Security system disabled. Now to find the battery. You can hear Ingle and her boy toy talking and how she did her duty as a woman, quote unquote, by having 6 kids.
That was wild to hear. It was like, I produced 6 Aryan.
Gross.
I hated
She's like, well, I did my part. Now we can just have some fun. I'm just like, this is the worst.
Yeah, I hated it.
BJ shocks himself bad with the battery. It's like he's getting messed up this mission.
Yeah.
Thrown in a prison, been stabbed, nearly cremated, and then shocked. Whoever wrote this mission in particular just has it out for BJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah, they're like, I don't like our protagonist.
I'm just gonna make him suffer at every turn. But also getting tortured in the chair too. There's a bit I cut out here where the Knife is just stabbing you before you get thrown in the furnace. He's just stabbing you in the chair. Like enjoying it as you see your health like go down.
He goes down to like 5, and it's like, oh.
It reminds me a lot of the torture scene in Metal Gear Solid 3, where you can't see because you have a bag over your head, but you see your life bar, and you can feel your controller vibrate. So as this guy with lightning hands is asking you where the location of stuff is, he's punching you, and you feel the vibration as you see your health tick down. Oh, because you can't. Also, a good moment.
That is cool.
Metal Gear Solid 3, great video game.
Maybe someday.
Turns out. BJ shouts about the battery. This is where you're picked up and Ingle finds you and calls for your immediate execution of everybody on the block.
Yeah.
Set says, hey, did you get the battery? You toss in the battery, and then he takes control of this giant robot who... I wrote the robot's name here. Herr Faust is the robot's name.
Oh, Herr Faust.
Herr Faust is the robot's name.
It grabs hold of that lady and rips a piece of her face off.
Amazing.
Awesome.
So good. You use it to escape. I love the mechanisms of driving it. It's just like a key.
Yeah.
It's just a regular old ignition key to operate this big robot with motorcycle handles, pretty much. I love it so much.
It was really fun. I liked that sequence. I like a lot of games will sometimes have a sequence where you feel nearly invincible and you just get to mow down people. And that
my health never went below 600 here.
Nope.
Just nonstop, just mowing dudes down.
It was pretty satisfying.
So after destroying Set,
and then you threw her off the side of the.
Oh right.
She crawls over to you with her creepy deformed face, and she's like.
She crawls to you and then says, "I will hunt you down and kill you and your friends."
And then
before getting thrown off the cliff.
And then you just pick her up and throw her off the side of the cliff.
Yes.
Which she apparently survives.
So good. So after defending Set, loading up the prisoners, you abandon the robot and escape with sound of the truck. Ingle's alive and just threatens both of you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we get Set back, and this way we learn that the ancient Jewish Society of Inventors, they had the tech. They invented the tech that the Nazis stole. I don't have the order's name here. I didn't write it down fast enough.
Yeah, I didn't get the name either.
But yeah, the Nazis stole the tech to win the world. But then Set says that was only a fraction of what we have. He was like, they got the small stuff to win the war. We got cooler stuff, man. Ooh. So there's a safe containing knowledge buried at the Atlantic Ocean, but we need a U-boat, and that's our stopping point. Oh. So we need to. So we have a heist that we need to do. We need to go and steal a U-boat so we can go. It's a race against time to get to the Atlantic Ocean to unlock the vault to find something that'll help us win the war against the Nazis. And that is our stopping point. That's the way we wrap up this game so far. Part 1.
Oh.
What a fun game.
I'm really enjoying this game so far.
And
it was one of those games where it was like, oh, do I have to stop? Yeah, I shouldn't overplay past the stop point.
Yeah, I missed out by not finishing this. Even though Memoriam was this time, playing it all in one chunk and not trying to go back to it in pieces made me really realize, no, this is really good too. Wolfenstein 2 was freaking awesome, but what that game...
This game walks so Wolfenstein 2 could run?
Wolfenstein 2 doesn't run. It takes the ball and, punts it. And then goes, what sport are we playing again? I forgot. Wolfenstein 2 is the most insane...
Uber Ball.
Wolfenstein 2 is the most insane video game I ever played. It forgoes all of the character moments from this game and just amps up the ante to the most insane moments I've ever played in a video game where my jaw was dropped.
Oh, dang.
It is a much more... This is a better told story. Wolfenstein 2 is the most insane video game I've ever played.
Oh my gosh. I want to play this game now.
Yeah, I would play it right after this because that game's nuts. I love Wolfenstein 2 so much. I'm loving this too, but for very different reasons.
Yeah.
And so when we come back in 2 weeks for part 2, we will have finished this game and can talk all about Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Yes.
I'm very excited to keep playing this.
Me too.
I really like this game. I hope the second half, considering we're doing a heist in a U-boat in the Atlantic Ocean, that seems like it's going to open the floodgates for some really cool stuff that I'm really excited to see.
Absolutely.
John, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And listener, thank you for joining us at Stay of the Save. You can message us at stayofthesave@gmail.com or at Stay of the Save on any of our platforms, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We have a Twitch. You can message us anywhere, and if I find that message, I will respond to it, probably in a delayed fashion, or we'll read it on the show. If it's a question that you have, or if you have any notes on this game we're currently playing, or have suggestions on what games we should check out in the future, that's a cool way to do that. John, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
This was a blast, and I cannot wait to play more of this. But
Me too.
For all of you listening, thank you for joining us. Stay safe out there.
Bye, everyone.